Day 12, The Runaway. By the way, there are 14 chapters, so we're getting close. Are you okay to see a body at one's own doorstep? It must be shocking. We are trying to establish dead girl's identity. Oh, so we have a Jane Doe who was found at our doorstep. I'll tell you right away, your alibi was confirmed. You are in the clear. This cook that we arrested escaped yesterday. I am sure that it was he or his accomplice, the one who helped him escape. They wanted to intimidate you, but they don't know yet that we will not stop. You must find them before they get to us. The escape took place at 1400 at the stables at 17 Pinner Street. The prison escort was killed by Cook's accomplice. The girl whose body lay at your doorstep was killed on the same day at 2300. Let's find those bastards. So we'll probably have to work our way backwards. So send where George Cook is now. Send the dossier of the killer who helped Cook escape. Send the dowsing trait. Send the second dowsing trait. Send Elliot's tarot reading result. So you have Patrick Whitney once again. We found out that Patrick was indeed fired last month, but he continues to come to work and make scandals. He also showed up at the scene of the Rangers murder as if he wanted to investigate it himself. George Cook, afraid has accomplices in town. It's a pity we didn't manage to do it in time. Now we must find him. Ben Roberts is a musician who recently settled down in town. He was seen near the stable during the time of the murder. Patrick Owen, this vagabond was detained next to your house near the girl's body. We didn't get much info from him. Danielle Hart is Elliot's ex-girlfriend. The first thing the ranger did when he arrived into town was to meet her. And then Evan Houghton. Houghton is a fugitive which was arrested by Ranger Elliot a couple of years ago. Now Houghton was arrested by us. We found him at the scene of the crime with a revolver in his hands. So this ranger died December 4th, 1904 at 1400. This victim died December 4th, 1904 at 2200. So 2300. So 1400, 2300. Well, we know for sure that we can easily do the dowsing rods. We can easily do the tarot card reading for Elliot. I don't know. We might, but I don't think so. Unless, like, a twist happens. Oh, hi. This is my welcoming gift. What the hell does this say? He is locked away behind the edge of nothingness. Our savior is waiting. Oh, great. The devil. Fuck you. The devil. Well, that was new. Infinite void. Okay. Come on. Emperor. The killer is a man. It's a man, baby. Good. Well, it's not Danielle, but that leaves everyone else. Why is 7 circled in red? That's concerning. Okay, so that is where Cook currently is 18 Barnhill Street. So we have where George Cook is now. We have the tarot card reading for Elliot. What the fuck? Nope, we're not going over there. Oh, there are things with glowing red eyes and I don't fucking like it. Up above, down below. Black? The chalice lies underground. Oh, there's something in this basement of this house. Oh, I don't like that. Mm-mm. Toy black. Murderer's eyes. So whoever murdered our Jane Doe had black eyes. Well, that would be either Patrick, Ben, or Evan. Patrick, Ben, or Evan. Lucky us. Above us? Ooh. Hi. Shit. Ooh, okay, we found the item to get out. He will give us eternity. So we just had to find the right item to get out. That's black shirt. So, clothes. Clothing. Hair color. Crap. Alright, so it's either Ben or it's Patrick. Either Ben or Patrick. I'm going to guess that it's Patrick Whitney because he has the connection. He's the reoccurring factor that we've seen now in 2 cases. Send where George Cook is now. We have that. Send the dossier of the killer who helped Cook escape. And I guess Patrick Whitney. Send the dowsing trait. Send the second dowsing trait, so that's all we need. We could do the ruins. We haven't done the ruins, we could do the ruins. Oh, it's like they knew. She dared to stand against him. Death has brought her back to her place. Ah. So there is something that's potentially locked away in the basement of this home. And she fought against it because it's what's releasing these voices. And potentially, maybe the voices got to her. But death has brought her back to her place. So when we're seeing her hunt us, it's probably because she's under the control of this entity. Maybe Vagina Face at this point. Which, honestly, the thing could be a Dick Tracy villain. Now that I think about it. You have Raisin Face, you've got, Vagina Face. It's perfect. A crisis or a finding of a new faith. Yeah. The faith is this. It's Patrick Whitney. Send where George escaped to. Send the dossier of the killer who helped Cook escape. Send the dowsing trait. Send the second dowsing trait. And then, let's see here. Send Elliot's tarot card reading. Hey, new visitor. I'm sorry, but your brother can't answer you anymore. I've already visited him, but don't get upset. I can be your new friend. You found us both. I'm impressed. You are truly the one who can hear the departed. You have a lot to learn and to do, but first I've prepared a gift for you. New case. Now please close your eyes. Fuck. Well, we got knocked the fuck out. Forgive me my sin. Oh, hey, look, we have a reflection. It's Grandma. Nope. Not getting near that shit. Where are we going? I was like, oh, look, we have a reflection. Never mind, bucket. Grandma's coming to town. He forced me. Okay, yeah. So the grandmother's not been trying to kill us. She's trying to communicate with us and let us know that she's being forced to by this entity. We've been tainted by his thoughts. Ah, okay, the vagina monster. Vagina monster is what happened to Pussy Galore after James Bond got a hold of her. Holy shit. Damn, please. I love how the text is like all in blood. This is actually really cool. Don't bring us back. So don't bring the dead back, otherwise this guy comes. Interesting. Well, now we have that chair. So Grandma's trying to communicate with us. Don't let him in. Fair enough. Oh. Too late for that. Yeah, a little too late. Done fuckered that one. He is coming. Oh, no. Fuck. Oh, God. Hi. He was hungry. Dude, I could have just gotten you a Snickers. Day 13, first death. First death, and here's my gift. I prepared a new case for you. A young family, an immigrant, his wife, and 2 sons. One night, a murderer sneaks into their house and leaves their sons without parents. Familiar? The moment that changed your life. So who is to blame? So these are the parents. Ruby, they died in 1891. Why didn't she talk to her mother? Why didn't she tell you about your grandma? I don't know, but our king allowed me to speak with her. She told me how she asked you not to tell anyone about the voices. Do you want to talk to her once more? No. That's the whole thing. Are you unknown Anderson? That's what I'm guessing. I'm guessing the brother's James. Your older brother, what was he like as a child? The same arrogant, sarcastic asshole? You know what's weird, by the way? Is my last name, my actual last name, is Anderson. And you can find it online, so it's not like a big surprise or anything. I'm not like hiding it. And it's spelt the exact same goddamn way. So it's just really creepy because you don't usually see this spelling of this last name. It's usually E-N. You don't often see O-N. So the fact that I'm playing this and the last name is the same as mine is just weird. Super weird. Okay. Throwing that out there. Anyway, so Ruby Anderson, Robert Anderson, unknown Anderson, that's us. I couldn't find your portrait. Couldn't even get your name out of your brother. Until recently, I doubted that you even existed. It's nice to see you in person. Black hair, green eyes. Oh, okay, not me. Not me. I have black hair, but I don't have green eyes. So, woo. Okay, we're good now. We're good now. Oh, really? You've only ever seen O-N, not E-N? I never see O-N almost. Wait, how old is this person? 19. 19 right now. Whoa. -1. He's -1, I guess, because he's dead now, probably. Yeah, date of death. He dead now, so he's -1, I guess. Now, I remember Joan Randolph, your grandmother. Okay, what a kind, selfless person. She sheltered you, raised you, gave you a purpose. She always had big plans for you, but how early did she start bringing them to life? And then Annabelle Fulton. Now, she was our neighbor. This woman killed her own, her own grandson. Because she had this, like, epiphany that the new God was coming, which I'm guessing was this voice thing. She listened to your stories about weird dreams and imaginary friends. It was you who introduced her to the voice of God. 13 years later, Annabelle Fulton sacrificed her own grandson as a gift to the voice. The King of Mirrors asked and she answered. Voluntarily. But was her grandson the first victim? Bruno Richards. He dabbled in petty theft in the neighboring streets. He was detained by a young policeman named Davin. The future police the future chief of police whom you helped out so much. Richards was arrested based on suspicion of killing your parents. The next year, he was executed. Brooks. Back then, Brooks was just a simple officer. He found 2 boys locked in an apartment with their dead parents. Oh, and that's how our brother ends up becoming a police officer. Brooks took him under his wing. He worked with your grandmother in the past, and he knew what you would be capable of. He used you just like everyone else. So find out who killed your parents. Find the clue by using the tarot cards. Find a clue by contacting your mother with the dowsing rods? No. No, 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 no. Find a clue by contacting your... No. Mark and send where the killer was at the hour of the crime? No. How about no? Oh. Hi. Okay. Well. Ooh. Well then. All right. We've got blood. They ripped out my map, you bitches. So it's either outside old house, so either the person was in the old home, outside, or dead. Lovely. All right, here we go. Find out who killed your parents. So we're looking at 12/1/1891. Other than the map, it would be finding the traits. Yeah, maybe they mean traits. But it says by contacting your father with the dowsing rods. I don't know. Not really sure. See, find who killed your parent. Find the clue by using it. So let's go do tarot cards. Okay, right off the bat, we're getting the card. I like that. The Empress. The killer is a woman. I wonder if we'll get the same thing. Oh, something different maybe. The cards are silent. The bond is unknown. Shit. All right, well, we know the killer is a woman. So at this point, we know it's not James. We know it's not Bruno. We know it's not Brooks. So it was either our grandmother, Joan, it was Annabelle Fulton, or Ruby killed Robert and then killed herself. And the reason why I say that is because if this mirror master, or whatever this thing is, vagina face, if he's able to control the women of the family and took control of Joan Randolph, and Joan is the mother of Ruby, then perhaps Vagina Face can take control over Ruby. So it could have been that it took control over Ruby. Ruby killed Robert, which is why Robert's tarot card has an answer with the woman is a killer, or the killer is a woman. But Ruby's tarot card has nothing to say, which at this... Shut up. That would be a weird twist, and that's why I'm going to do it here. Maybe not. Maybe it wasn't Ruby. Ingus. Ingus? Ingas? Ingus, 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 Ingus. Oh, right there. The seed. Person is a member of conspiracy. Well, no shit. Okay. Shut up. Use a hoe. Okay. It might have been Joan. Or do I want to do the wheel? I almost feel like I should do the wheel because I feel like the dowsing rods are going to give us some really weird shit. Wheel? Wheel. Ruby Anderson, deceased 12/1/1981 at 2300. Thanks for fucking up my map, assholes. I worked hard on that map. It's a beautiful map. It was provided by the Historical Society. I'm sorry. So supposedly Ruby died December 1st, 1891 at 2300. But she's not being listed as dead. She's being listed as being at the old home. Shut up. Oh, Joan was there. Anna was not. Okay, so at this point, it's not Brooks, it's not Bruno, it's not Annabelle, it's not James, it's not me. It's either Ruby or it's Joan. So we have the clue by using the tarot cards. Mark and send where the killer was at the hour of the crime. We have everyone involved now. So at this point, what we need to do is dowsing rod over here. Green eyes. Still either Joan or Ruby. Oh, fuck. Shit. Is it just going to camp that mirror? Can I close and sever the connection? That's what I'm hoping for. So, Grandma seems to be similar to that of the fire demon. Oh, Grandma fucking moves now. Grandma? Grandma, I'm gonna need you to... I love this, though. I'm glad that the mirrors aren't an instant kill. And that what it is, you just have to avoid Grandma and try to sever the connection, hopefully? Let's have her go downstairs. Grandma, your swagger, it is strong with you. Okay. Cool. That was cool. Murderer is 30 years or older. How old's Ruby? Is dead. We don't even know. But, well, wait. 64, we can do the math here. So 74, 84, 94. 94, she would have been 30. So she's younger than 30. She's in her 20s. So it was Joan. Joan killed our parents. But why did Grandma kill our parents and then take us in? The fuck up. Find out who killed your parents. Find the clues by using the tarot cards. Maybe she knew that you had a gift and wanted to take you in and your parents wouldn't let her, or the voice made her do it. Could very well be, both very valid. Yeah, and it's gotta be too, and it says find a clue by contacting your mother with the dowsing rods. They must mean the hint with the items. It's a different way of wording it than they have used in the entire game. So, but yeah, that must have been it. Must have been like maybe a translation thing. Dig up the past. Now you know all of it. We didn't destroy your family. She did it. Your grandmother couldn't find the strength to go against him. She needed a successor. One who is connected with death since childhood, but is able to act on his own. She has been manipulating you since you were a kid, but we are not like that. The king gives a choice. It's not an order, but an opportunity to bring your family back. Do you want that? Then go downstairs. I don't. Because Grandma said don't do that shit, and even if she did kill him, no. Because this is the same voice having random people kill other random people. No. See, this is the thing. He gives you a chance. But if you say no, does he kill you? Because that sounds like it would be about right. Do we just leave out the front door? Oh, we can't go anywhere now. We has to do the basement. It says he gives you a chance. Locked, locked, blocked off, locked, locked, blocked off. So about that chance. About that chance and choice and shit. Can I have a lighter, please? Oh, well, thank you. Ask you shall receive, I guess. You'll no longer be a... It's not fucking creepy at all. Let your family in. No. Oh, these are pictures from all the other cases. And that's our brother. Father, mother, grandmother. He's giving you a chance to break your ankles or your neck. Yeah. Exactly right. Could be from our brother. Oh, God. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Or from other murdered victims, yeah. Smash the mirrors. Well, so this is the thing. The mirrors we never smashed, right? What we would do is we would cover them. So there's got to be a reason for that. I almost feel like if we smash the mirrors, we let this motherfucker out. And from what I understand, there are multiple endings to this game, just like Palmyra. I would imagine there's like a good, a bad, a very good, and a very bad, potentially. It just keeps getting bloodier and bloodier. What the hell? Oh, we're going straight to hell. Cool. Okay. Ah. Daddy? Brother? Yeah. Mama? Granny! Hey. Grandma said, do not let him bring us back. So we need to drown. We need to drown him. We need to drown him good. Now, this is also the interesting thing, by the way. I mean, this is the thing, too. We've seen Grandma come back. We know the mirror guy can bring Grandma back, and she wants to kill our ass. So to me, that tells me hell no. You're drowning. You're drowning. I mean, y'all are dead anyway. Grandma, cheers. Now what? Fuck. The big ass mirror. I can't move. I cannot move. Oh. Suck it. Asshat. The water's no longer blood. Oh my god, it is Palmyra. Solitude. All of a sudden the white light, the door opening. Hey. Nice. Time to do it all over again and figure out what all the other endings are.
Flawless victory.
Hell yeah. By the way, this song is dope so far. I'm gonna guess that, okay, well, parents are already dead anyway. Grandmother's good and dead. Brother died, most recent death, but now everyone else is saved. That's my guess, right? Because the voices are gone, dude's locked away. That was hella cool. Let's do continue and see if we can get the other endings real quick. Oh, you think there are only 2 endings this time, though? Okay. That would make sense. He probably comes and kills us or takes over our body or something. Oh, we become a prisoner behind the mirror. He just takes us prisoner. Step Hair Studio is such a good developer. So good. Deserves way more attention than they get. So freaking good. Not only are all their games so good looking and sound-wise sound so good, but there is some flexibility in how you play when it comes to making choices for different endings, which takes time. You know, that takes time and effort for a developer to put that all together, and the fact they're willing to do that is awesome. And to keep you playing, to give you a little bit of replayability in some of your choices. Their worlds are immersive. They know how to utilize their spaces very well to build up tension and to use audio cues to build up tension constantly. Whether it was in Palmyra being scared of all of a sudden your brother popping up behind you, Kai, or in this game having Granny come up behind you, or a demon come up behind you, or something else. You were constantly on edge going, I think something's going to happen. And you'd hear a noise in the distance go, was that a mirror? Was that something else? They did such a good job of just having tension and making it so you constantly had to keep running around but paying attention. What happened? What's going on? What happened? What's going on? In some respects, I can see how this game could scare off some people. And I don't mean in the sense of just because it's a horror game, but in the sense that because there's so many steps and there is a lot of puzzles, like the whole game itself is really just a puzzle. in a way, right? Like you have to know what tools to use and how to use them, and you have to learn how to use each individual tool. And kind of in the beginning, it can be a little bit overwhelming, especially the Thanatos wheel. But then all of a sudden, as soon as we did it, like it kind of clicked, and all of a sudden we were flying through it, right? It was very, very easy from there. But I think initially it can scare off some people and be like, whoa, this is more work than I wanted to, and than I wanted to do. You know, there is a lot of information that you're taking in. You're trying to remember names, you're trying to remember bits and pieces of information on the people. Even though you have the dossiers, there's still a lot of info being kind of thrown at you. The overarching story, but also the individual cases. I loved where this went though. I would love to see more games like this. I would love to see it because I love the mystery. I love the constant new setting, or I should say like that. When I say new setting, it's the same house, but new setting in the sense of new little mystery each time, right? You get a little bit of a breadcrumb where you have to solve it. That helps with that case, but also the bigger picture. And I loved that process, right? I will say how some of the mini missions or some of the mini cases connected to the larger case was a little confusing. I think some of it had to do with translation issues, but overall, it was really fun. Like you really get invested in it, especially if you give the games a proper amount of time. You start picking up on a workflow and just start hammering it through. And it kind of feels almost like a ghost hunting game. There is a process, there are tools, you learn them, you utilize them, you try to survive. But they did this in Prognostic in 2019. You know, that is awesome. And it's so beautiful. The environment is so well detailed, so well lit. I love the color palettes. I love the aging of things. The whole space is eerie, but at the same time feels like it could have been lived in, just not very well taken care of, right? And it's intriguing, the concept of mirror utilization as a sort of portal to the other side, and how when you light up your ritual candle or your incense here, that's when all the things light up because everything's being connected to the spirit world. But as you're reaching in, something is reaching out constantly, and I love that. And I love the fact that we don't really learn about this other entity until later on. First, we are just trying to figure out what's going on. We're like, okay, we'll do everything case by case. Then we start realizing, oh no, grandma is hunting us. What is going on here? But then as we go along, we go, wait, there's some other entity. There's something else going on here. And I love how things start to change. As we go along, go, something's not right here. And our reality starts being impacted greatly toward the end, right? Chapter 12, chapter 13, the epilogue then at the very end. And I love the fact too that it's one of those stories where it's like, do you want to try to save those closest to you or try to save your town? That's really what it is in the end. And it's something that we've seen before in other stories, but it works really well here. And having a good horror mystery, we don't get very many good mystery games, but to have it horror mystery as well, and they did such a good job with it. And so you're constantly being hunted while trying to solve these mysteries. But you also get invested in the mysteries. You're like, wait, this person was here and they were related to this, and oh my God, the twists and turns. And the writing for the overall story was intriguing for sure. But honestly, what really made this game, individual cases, because they were so intricate. They had such good twists and turns, and they got more elaborate as the game went on because you not only got more tools at your fingertips, but you were also able to do things a little bit quicker because you've had the practice. So I really appreciate the fact that each little investigation was so well thought out, and they made it interesting. They didn't do it so formulaic, and I really appreciate that. But the investigations themselves had their own unique twists and turns and were well developed and engaging. The overarching story was interesting, got really crazy toward the end there. It was immersive. We were on edge. Sometimes I felt exhausted. I will say, like, this game can make you very mentally exhausted trying to think of all the different bits and pieces that are going on in each investigation, and sometimes it's easy to confuse one investigation for another, especially when toward the end there we had similar people or the same people, right? To an extent. It became a little complex that way. So this is a game that, you know, if you really want to hammer it through straight for a good 6 hours or 7 hours, you know, you can. But this is probably more of a game, at least I would suggest, where it's a bit piecemeal. You do some investigations, you save it, you take a break, you come back to it. Just so that way you're not confusing yourself or overloading yourself. And I almost want to like keep solving mysteries. I'm like, all right, well, we know about Grandma and we know about Mirror Man and all that, Vagina Face. Let me just solve more mysteries. What else you got for me? Like, it leaves you wanting more, which is really cool. So if I had to give this a rating, honestly, I would probably give it an 8 out of 10. Again, 10 out of 10 being impossible because that's the perfect game and just doesn't exist. 9 out of 10 means damn good. This was really damn good. I think in some respects, the reason why I give it an 8 is because some elements can be quite overwhelming. The overarching story wasn't as detailed and didn't make up the game as much as the individual investigations, I think, at least in my perspective. And then also, some of the interactions with the different items were a little clunky. Like some of the movement of the cards, how you had to move the mouse and stuff like that didn't always register really well, and whatnot. And again, other just kind of small interaction things. So those elements meeting with the overarching story, which was interesting, but like I said, to me at least, not as engaging as the individual missions or the individual investigations. But overall was just a really great horror game. But thank you for watching today. If you enjoyed, please make sure to like. If you really enjoyed it, make sure to subscribe because we've got tons more gameplay coming up on YouTube at youtube.com/MindMineTV. And you can catch me live here on Twitch at twitch.tv/MindMineTV as well for some great horror games, mystery games, alphas, betas, and so much more. But until then, I will see you in the next video.